Hey guys, so Relm will be coming to GLDFFOO and let us go through her kit. Do you want her BT? You probably don't even want her anyway. Anyway, her BT, what it does is that depending on where you place her, it will have a different effect. So we are very familiar with that already, or something like Pain, but it works a little bit more simpler than Pain because you don't have to stack buff and debuff. What she does is, as long as the unit is on her left, then every time an enemy takes a turn, she will warp in front and she will drag along your party. Okay, whoever's on her left. So if there's one unit on her left, so she will keep dragging that same unit forth again and again after every single enemy's turn. If there's two members on her left, then she will drag both. Now, for the unit on her right, they will gain additional 20% HP damage limit up from her BT. Her BT has the typical 30%, so total of 50% HP damage limit up to the unit on her left. Her armor provides 5%, so a total of 55% from Relm, which is kind of okay, I guess. We have most of the aura bots that we have lately have at least 50% HP damage limit up, and then we have like Kieran 65, Dew 70, so 55 is really not that impressive in my opinion. So overall, Relm's kit, she is not really a DPS. Her hardest hitting, I think, is just 7 HP dump AoE, and she is not a support unit. I mean, yes, she does have aura, but it's not to the level of aura bots. So she's kind of like not here nor there. And let us talk about her kit, because that is something that I'm really annoyed based on how she is designed for FR era, and I really don't like it. So what we usually do in FR era is to set up a team, and then we set up the optimal condition using follow-up attacks, then we enter the BT phase, then we defeat the enemy in the BT phase, and that's it. Or the other way is we remove all speed passive and use a bunch of characters that does often damage, counter tanks, and the more turn the enemy does, the more damage we deal, and most of the time we quickly kill the enemy even before we use maybe 4 to 5 turn of our FR. The problem is that Relm doesn't really fit in either strategy to play Shinryu. Okay, if we are talking about off turn, the more turn you give the enemy, technically, the more damage your party should do. So previously, before Shinryu, Relm is a really good unit because every time she warp, it's a free turn, so it's free damage, and then she will gain access to her HP plus, which is tentacles, and that has no limit, which means as long as the buff is up, every time she warps you can use tentacle. So we don't have to worry about her longevity. She is really long lasting, and if a fight has very tight turn count, Relm fits very well into that form of fight, because every time she warps is free turn and she can keep using skill after skill after skills. But that changes with FR, because now in Shinryu, longevity or long turn count, they are no longer relevant, right? Most of the time we complete the fight within 20 or 30 turns, and you have tons of skill left, so there is no issue about longevity. We are running out of skill, there's nothing like this. And now in Force time, every time she warps, she used a mediocre attack, tentacles like 7 HP dumps AoE, while there's already unit like Deuce does 10, Lana does 10, some crazy DPS do even more than 10, so 7 is like nothing. So basically what happened is that you are wasting force time. You're supposed to give the enemy turn, then you're supposed to do a lot of counter attack if you're using off turn, but now with Relm, she just jumps in and you're just doing 7 HP downs. Worst of all is that you drag in your counter tank or you drag in your off turn attacker, and now they will be doing less as well, right? And they will be eating the force turn as well. So yeah, so do not use her in that condition. And if we are talking about on turn, then her entire kit doesn't really do damage, so she has bad damage, and half of her kit, which is all that warping, is no longer useful. So in that case, you can literally replace her with anyone and your team will be better. Like, why do you really want to use Relm in this situation? If we're talking about her as support, 55 HP damage limit, not bad, but we just have Deuce, which is 70, and now they are like one banner after the other. It's just a better choice if you go for Deuce rather than Relm. And what worse is that she wants the enemy to take a turn so she can warp, and she has no defensive mechanism, so the enemy gonna hit you and you might even die. So that is a really big concern. But if we insist that we really want to use her and how to optimize her, I would suggest the only suitable way is to build up the HP damage bonus. Definitely not with her FR. Her FR is magic ability 40% and 40% sketch. Sketch is generic, but magic is not. So, and it doesn't have that 50% HP damage limit up, so you probably will not use her FR as the main FR. So if you're using other units FR, you build up the HP damage bonus quickly. Then after that, with 500 HP damage bonus retained, and Relm keep warping turn using free turns and everything like that, that will be fine. Okay, because your HP damage limit has been stuck at 500%. Again, do you or do you not want the enemy to take turns? And if you want the enemy to take turns, then you probably will not bring Relm anyway. So I'm giving her, I think she's just slightly better than Bards. Bards have that similar issue that, you know, comparing to all the other units that do similar thing that he should be doing, they do it much better. So there's just no reason to put him in your party unless for a specific showcase or yeah. So Relm falls into that category. I really do think that is a wasted opportunity that they did not build Relm's BT around the type of summon. Like they should do something like, you know, if you are using Shiva summon, then maybe her BT freezes the enemy as well, having the effect like Kurasame's. Or if you are using Ifrit, then you get something like Deuce FR BT, like giving another HP damage limit up through a buff. Maybe not as good as Deuce, but like 10% or something. Then if you are using like Alexander or Leviathan, you kind of get slightly different effect. Like they don't have to be better than those BT that we already have, but at least give her that flexibility to change her BT effect depending on summon. I would really like that. That would be really cool. That would give her the flexibility to work in a lot of different scenario, even not the best, but at least she works in yeah, that improves her versatility in terms of team comp, and I would really rate her very high if she does get that. But at this point, going for right side, left side, and doing everything rather mediocrely, yep, I'm not very fond of her kit at this point, so -9 is the score. I will probably just do free pools and then that's it. Right, thank you for watching and have a good day.